Trace here. So for the Mayme Made It Design Team Challenge for December is layered up. Just means that the card has to be a bunch of layers, as much as you can. So I have in my head an idea to make a card that has a Christmas branches, or it's a tree, but all you really see is some branches coming up here, and I want to have a stack of presents under the tree. So, and then I also want a tag on the presents that say, it says do not open until December 25th. So I'll show you everything that I'm going to use. So that's what I'm trying to accomplish in my head. So hopefully it will come out what I think it will. So I pulled some colors of cardstock from this pack here, and it's Recollections, and it's massive. So there's so much paper in there. I will be pulling paper from this pack for years and years and years to come. So it's really good. Plus I got it on a discount after Christmas, so even better. So I pulled out 3 of the papers from that paper pack there. And what I really want is the background to be this stripe. So it kind of looks like wallpaper in the back of a living room or something like that. So that's what I want to use for that. And for the presents, I'm imagining I can probably stack about 2 presents in the space that I needed. So I'm going to use these 2 for presents as wrapping paper. So those are the papers, and also an A2 card base and some green cardstock for the branches of the tree. So I'm getting the branches from this die set here from Gina Marie. And aren't they just gorgeous? I'm not sure which one I'm going to use, or maybe a combination of several of them, but I'll show you as I go along. And I'm also going to use this die set here, and it is called Peekaboo Rectangle Die Set. And that's also Gina Marie. And I'll most likely use the large one there. And stamp sets, I'm going to use this one right here that says don't open until 25th, and this is Ornamental Greetings stamp set, and there's just so much I could use, but I think that one on a tag on one of the presents is what I really want to go for. And I'm using the Brutus Monroe tag die set, and I'm not exactly sure which one I'll use. I know the smallest one is too small for that stamp there, so most likely the second one in here, so that one fits nicely. So let's get started. So this is what I have so far. I cut a card front right here with the striped paper of 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, so that'll be there. Then I also cut a frame from the largest die here, and so I'm going to trim that up, but I really like how the scallops are here on the inside, and also stitch marks around, but I will trim a little bit of that off. And what I think I'm going to do is put that on the very last thing on top of all of my layers, so that will just lay on top like that. So that was pretty easy. Now for the branches here, they're really gorgeous, but they are very, very detailed, as you can see, extremely detailed. See on that white. So I first was cutting them, and I'm using 65 pounds, which is not all that thick, so a lot of it didn't cut through at all. So, and I remembered that I have a Precision base plate, and that's by Sizzix, and that's for my Big Shot. And so I went ahead and used that, and that did so much better. It cut them so fast, and they came out so nice. So yeah, you definitely, if you have one of these Precision plates, you definitely want to use it for these dies. And so also when you're poking it out, you want to use your pokey tool and go ahead and poke through the holes that are in the back. That'll help it release. But also I noticed that what helped me was I ran the pokey tool down the spine of the leaf, and all the rest just popped right out very nicely. So that's a little trick that I kind of discovered on my journey here. So then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to make some presents, if you will. So I'm just going to cut out some squares, but I have to kind of lay everything out and see how many of these branches that I want. I know I want to have it come across here and concentrate on coming out here. So I don't want, I'm probably not going to use all of these, but I just cut them anyway. So I want it really full, but not too full or too much, just so it looks like a nice cluster of branches coming here. And so now I'm going to concentrate on my presents that'll be underneath. So I do want two. I just have to figure out the size of the square that I'm going to use. So I'm going to go ahead and do that and be right back. So I am almost ready to assemble this card. I have all my elements ready to go. I have all of my branches roughly here. I'm going to layer them up and kind of arch them a little bit if I can. My presents are ready with some ribbon. I don't have anything glued down, so I have foam tape on the back and some ribbon here, and this one here is ready to go, and I have a triple bow ready to put on the top. And my trickiest thing was this tag. I wanted to use this sentiment here, and the smallest tag here, this one here fits the sentiment really well, except it's really large, and I didn't want to use that one. It's just too large. So I really wanted this small one. So I stamped out the stamp here. So this is what it is, and it's too big for this. So what I did was cut it apart into two parts and then fit it on top of each other here on the tag, and I think that works really well. I have a little bit of ribbon here, so I'm going to attach it roughly around there with the ribbon here. So I also have my frame ready to go with double layers of foam. So that took a little bit of time. I used the very smallest foam, 3D foam squares here, and I had to cut them in half and double them up. So it took a little bit of time, but I wanted it to be higher because these already have one dimension, so this needed to be 2 dimensions. So that's going to go there. So everything finally put together, I think it will work really, really cute. So I'm going to just go ahead and start gluing it all down and sticking it all down, and then putting it on the card base. I'll be right back. So this finishes up this multi-layered Christmas card, and it was really fun. And I did add some Wink of Stella to the branch here. I know you can't see it very well, but it does shimmer really nicely in real life. So I'm really pleased how it turned out. I hope you give this a try. And don't forget to subscribe and like and comment. I so appreciate all of that. And thank you again, and have a great day. Bye-bye.